Welcome back. I am going to today do a colorful eye. That's the new look for the summer. It's very easy. It's actually possibly one of the easiest looks that you can create for your summertime look. It's beautiful. It works for anyone, any skin tone. So let's start. I'm going to show you some of the things I'm going to use. One, it's the Wet n Wild Mega Liner from Wet n Wild. There's like 3 different shades. There's a blue, there's a pink, as well as a white, which looks beautiful in any skin tone. I'm also going to use their geometric highlighting powder too, Wet n Wild. This is one called Sun Ceremony. This is the one I'm going to use on my skin tone. It's not too glowy, it's just right to give a very nice sun-kissed look to the skin, or if you just want to put a little bit of highlight in certain areas, this works nicely. Also, they have the geometric highlighting powder in Where the Dreamers Go. This is nice also. I usually say that this can be something more so for lighter skin tones, fair to light, and also you can, if you want to just highlight yourself gradually, this is a nice one too. So that is what I'm going to do. I already have one moisturizer, sunblock, as well as a primer. And the reason why the sunblock is there is because the primer has an SPF of 50. It is the La Roche-Posay anti-aging primer, which is really nice because it's going to act as a blur. I already have an eyeshadow primer on the eyes as well as underneath. So let's start. First thing I'm going to use is the Milani Cream to Powder Makeup for my concealer. I'm not going to do makeup all over my face. No, I'm not going to do that. You can do that look if you want to. That's totally fine. But for me, I'm not going to do that look. I'm just going to stick with the eye area. Take a little bit here, not much. And I'm going to go around the eye. Now, if you have any dark circles, things of that nature that you want to conceal, you can use a yellow corrector concealer first, or you can put that yellow corrector concealer on top to get rid of any darkness under the eyes. If the darkness under your eyes is not that bad, you definitely don't have to put that much on. Again, this is something that you can do. This is a nice look that can be done, just a playful look to enjoy for the summer. By this being a cream to powder, you can just leave it as it is. If you are a person that have very dry eyes and it's already going to dry down to a powder. Now, if you're a person that have oilier eyelids, things of that nature, then I would suggest use a powder just to set it. Very light powder, dusting, doesn't have to be anything too heavy. So that right there. Use a little bit more right in here. And I'm going to concentrate this a little bit more right in this area up underneath. Put a little bit also on top. And if I feel that I need a little bit more before I'm completely done with this look, I will add to it. At that time, you can also use a little bit of a Q-tip if you feel that the brush is not blending as well as you would like up underneath the eye. Or if you want to add a little bit more, you can. Okay, I'm going to just add a little bit more here. And in this area here, you may want to take a little bit of that Q-tip that you had and just blend a little bit more. So I'm going to go from that, close this up. I'm going to use the Ardell brow kit right here. I'm going to bring out the brows a little bit. I like to play around with 2 different shades here. A dark auburn right in the area here. I don't want it too dark. So I like to just do brow hair light strokes right in here. I'm going to mix the 2 colors. And again, this is something that's, you can do your brows the way you want. If you want to go a little bit bolder, you can. I'm going to take it a little bit subtle for this because I already know I'm going to go a little bit bolder with the eyeshadow colors, and I don't like to overly do it. Something needs to not be as harsh. It needs to be really soft so everything looks really nice instead of having too many things going against you. Too hard of brows, too hard of an eye color, especially since we're going so light. So that right there, a little bit here. That is it. Okay, so we're done with that part. Now, I'm actually going to take the Milani blush here. I like this. This is American Beauty Rose. I'm going to take this and I'm going to use this as an actual eyeshadow. Fatter brush here, because I'm just going to wash this over the eye. I want just a light dusting, not anything too heavy, just a light dusting. And again, as I've always said, with makeup, you can do so many different cool tricks. You don't have to all the time follow the same type of formula, you know, just doing an eyeshadow. You can always play around with different blushes. And you see, again, very soft. I'm going to put a little bit more on just around. This time I'm not going to wash it all over the eye. I'm just going to take it right into the crease area, a little bit out. And again, I just wanted that to open up the eye a little bit more. And again, I'm a blender, so I like to blend everything together so it looks really soft and natural instead of having it too harsh. Okay, so my next step will be that mega liner. I'm going to do this. Looks like this. Close here. Let me hold this down here and do it this way. As you can see, I'm doing it very lightly right in there, which is nice. Now, if you want a little bit more of a pickup, then I would suggest do a little bit more, which I want that anyway. So I'm going to take it, hold the eye steady. And you see, very nice. Again, you can go as light as you want, or you can go as heavy as you want. So again, I'm going to take it, go to the next side, pull a little bit here. Make sure you pull in the upwards direction and not down, because you definitely do not want to mess with the elasticity of your eyes. Now if you have curly lashes like I do, you're going to get a little bit on your lashes. Doesn't matter, because you're going to take mascara anyways and go back over to really stand out the eyes here. And remember, if you make any little mistake, this is liquid, so you're able to go back over it again. So you see that. Now that right there, it's really nice. If you choose to go even further inwards, you can. I'm not going to go further inward because I may take a black liner and do that. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to actually take a liner, black eyeliner from L'Oreal, the fatter, and I'm going to go inwards to underneath the eye. I'm not going to do the blue underneath. You can do that if you choose to. I'm not. I want a different look. And I'm going to wing this out a little bit here. Add more right in this area. Wing that out. Blend outwards. Again, so I have a little bit of that blue mixed in too. So again, it has a nice look to it. It's not too much, but it's beautiful. So I'm going to take this black and I'm going to go and meet that blue, the line. As you can see how that looks. It gives it a really bold look. I'm going to go again, same thing. And again, if you make any mistakes, that's what Q-tips are for. Take the Q-tip. You can have this with a little makeup remover if you choose, or just use it dry. And that's it. And again. So that right there is that look for the eye. Now what I'm going to come back and do, I'm going to take that highlighter powder I told you I was going to use. Now I am going to actually, let me open this one. I'm going to take this. When they seal these little things down, they really seal them down. But we got this one open here. Take this open. You don't need this brush, so there's no point for that. I don't even understand why they make those little brushes. No one really uses this. So I'm going to, actually, I'm going to take the Makeup Professional brush here. This is a stiffle brush. You can use it for cream. You can use it for liquid too. I'm going to use this for this powder. And what I want to do with this, I'm going to take it. I'm going to go up underneath the eye area. Because remember, I didn't set it with any powder. Come out, go high with the apples of the cheekbone. Also take it down the nose a little bit. And if you want to add a little bit more, you can. Now, I'm going back to the Milani blush, the one that we did on the eyes. I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to add a little bit to the cheek area, right in here. I'm not going to contour because, again, this is really a fun look for the summer. It gives a really nice look to one's skin. If you choose to, if you want to do a little contour, you can, but you don't have to because, again, that's not something that you need to do or you have to do. I'm just going to take this right in here. Go back again with the geometric highlighter powder. Come down a little bit more. Like I said, I have more control with this brush. I really like it. And if you really want to play, you can take the small brush like here and go up underneath your brow bone just to add a little bit of highlighter too, again, because you really want to stand out the eyes. You didn't do a whole lot of makeup to this, but you gave it a really soft, beautiful look. You let that blue literally be the look for your whole entire eye. Okay? Second to the last thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to use the Scandalous Eyes by Rimmel. This right here is Blackest Black. I really like the Rimmel mascara. I'm going to take a good amount of the mascara off. I usually either do it this way or I will use a Kleenex to take off excess that I don't want to really have on the lashes. Start it out. As I said, if you did get any blue on your lashes, it's totally fine because the mascara can go back over. A neat little trick that I will also show you, you can take that same blue and tip your lashes if you choose to with that. You can take a different liquid brush and do that just to give a different look. If you want to do 1 or 2 coats, you could do 1 or 2 coats. I like to build on the lashes to separate. Also, I kind of like to make them have a little bit of a pointy look to them. It just opens up the eye even more. But if you are that person that just like to have the mascara on thicker, definitely continue to build, because the more you build on the lashes, the thicker those lashes will look and they will appear as well. You will get a beautiful finish. So that right there, this is a nice look, and it's also not so much on. So again, the trick to this whole thing, take off the excess mascara. You do not need to have so much on right off the bat, because you may put too much on and then it's kind of hard to work that stuff off. It's easier to take as much off and then build like I'm doing right now. And if you are those people that love the lashes, the false lashes, you can do the lashes also. With this, I would suggest just do 1, and that's it. 1 coat, that is. That's all you would have to do. Bottom lashes, if you want, you can do it. I'm going to do a little right here. And like I said, if you get a little bit on, do not fret about it, because you can take your Q-tip and blend it in, because again, that can give a nice look as well. Almost gives underneath the eye a nice smoky look to it. So definitely do not feel like, oh, you've messed up. No, you haven't. There's no such thing as you mess up with makeup. You just learn how to take what you do, the accidents, and turn them into the look that you want. You create a look. No such thing as an accident. Lastly, we're going to do Wet n Wild Make It Last lip gloss. Now this is a lip stain, so I'm going to use a little bit of this, because again, it's all about the color. And what's nice about the lip stain, you can do this even like a lip liner, because see that stain? It's not going to go anywhere. It's a stain. So I'm going to use this as also a lip liner. Now I will say, if you try to use a Q-tip to clean up anything with this, you may need a little bit of a makeup remover, because it moves quick and it dries fast. Real fast. Now once that dries, I'm just going to put a little bit of a gloss on top. Just making sure the look that you want is completely that look that you want. I'm going to take again the Rimmel gloss here. This is the Rimmel Clear Coat. I like this gloss. Again, it's not too runny. I'm just going to put a little in here. And that's it. So as you see, this look is a nice look. It's colorful. It makes you feel like it's summer. So those different little tips and those products can give you such a beautiful look. And as I said, if you like to be even daring, you can take a little bit of this same blue liquid liner and tip your lashes once you have your black mascara on, just to really give a pop, a look to those lashes. You can do so many different creative things. But I thank you for tuning in, and please once again subscribe. If you have any questions at all, always please feel free to ask away. And again, thank you so much, and until next time.